Welcome back, everybody. A lot more scribble on the board. Just wanted to touch base on something very, very simple. The reason we set our saws where the teeth are opposing each other is in order to create clearance, and I did mention that, but it is mainly to reduce heat and wear, meaning the teeth stay sharper longer. Yes, it's also part of the removal of the sawdust, but heat with steel tools is your enemy. And the same goes for plane blades. As your plane blade wears, that front tip will start to rub on the wood. It's microscopic sometimes, but it will generate heat. All right. After a long planing session, you'll see that you'll start to get to a point where you have to put your hand down on the front of the plane harder and harder in order for it to engage. You may have to advance the cut a little in order for it to engage. Still cuts. Might not give you the perfect cut, but it still cuts. Once you start to notice those two things, one, you're advancing the plane knob a little bit each time, and you're putting pressure down on the front of the plane, stop and resharpen. Now, we talked about the setting, and there are setting tools, and setting goes all the way back to the old-fashioned pit saws. Okay, big long saws that they would up and down. There would be a man on top of the log, and there'd be a man down in the saw pit. Okay, they would bend those teeth. They had a little flat plate of steel with a notch in it, and they put it on top of the tooth, and they'd bend it just ever so slightly to create the clearance that they need. But as we got into circular sawmills, they did something called swaging. All right, so the tooth would get swaged. And what that is, I mean, a swage is a tool that looks like a cold chisel with a bump on the front of it, and it has a notch in there. And you take the swage and a mallet, and you would strike the tooth straight on, boom, and it would cause the metal at the tip to bend apart. It's sort of in the family of peening, okay? But you're moving that metal, cold forming that metal to match a die on the end of the swage. And that's what gave you your clearance on your circular mills. And that's where you really need your clearance, because those saws are cutting a lot faster than any handsaw, and they can blue. You can ruin a saw if you don't have clearance or if the wood binds on it. So that's swaging to create clearance, setting to create clearance, all in order to make a cut where the wood is not creating heat on the cutting edge. All right. So if you have any questions on the plane blade, we can do that another day. But I just wanted to clarify this briefly, because if you have a piece of steel moving against a piece of wood, it's going to get hot. All right. It's just the nature of things. So I hope this helps. I did have a little picture here of a carbide tooth on the end. Basically, what they did with the carbide teeth is they brazed that on the end of the steel, and then they used grinders to create the relief angles and the sharpness angles. So there too, it's being done in order to reduce friction at the cutting edge. Hope this was helpful, useful, maybe entertaining. Doubt it. Give it the old thumbs up, like, subscribe, and share. And head out to your workshop and see if you've got an old swage sitting around. Can't use it for much unless you have a circular sawmill, but it would be neat to know if you actually have one and it's not just some odd piece of steel laying around. Walter out.